What's good, y'all? If you're new to the channel, my name is Shadiq and I'm the KRXOVR Media. I've been hearing a lot about this plugged in. I'm glad to see that Double L did this one dolo as well. We typically know him as being a part of a duo. Formerly, I guess you could say a trio with SJ and Bando. Now more so just a duo with Bando. Kind of a trio with Ispot, but I am really happy to hear all three of them really and truly doing their own stuff here and there. So with how highly people have been talking about this one, I want to see how much he really delivered. So I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it. Lee was speaking very highly of this one, so let's see what I go on.
Aye. Plugged in with Fumez engineer. Oh, you know the vibes. Gunshot behind your boy.
Before I say anything, he had the beats in the drop.
He got sat down like a primary assembly. Energy, bro beat cool in the enemies. He could've got spawn in the memories. Hella juice spilled like Hennessy. I slapped at a man and he ran, try to get head top like JF Kennedy. Definitely.
You know the vibes. I was like, what does this remind me? It's reminding me of You Know the Vibes.
Got sat down like a primary.
Trust me, you know the vibes.
He got sat down like a primary assembly. Energy, bro beat cool in the enemies. He could've got spawn in the memories. Hella juice spilled like Hennessy. I slapped at a man and he ran, try to get head top like JF Kennedy. Definitely, one of them soon go cemetery. Should've knew his life is in jeopardy. I wet down for the on diver. I got 2 in 1, that was light work. Get away clean with a left and a right turn. Wouldn't know it's me that trimmed off his sideburns. Might ying that down when we spin back round.
Bruh.
Trust me, you know the vibes.
He got sat down like a primary assembly. Energy, bro beat cool in the enemies. He could've got spawn in the memories. Hella juice spilled like Hennessy. I slapped at a man and he ran, try to get head top like JF Kennedy. Definitely, one of them soon go cemetery. Should've knew his life is in jeopardy. I wet down for the on diver. I got 2 in 1, that was light work. Get away clean with a left and a right turn. Wouldn't know it's me that trimmed off his sideburns. Might ying that down when we spin back round. Bro fling that out, tryna lick man down. Heard he got a voice, better sit back down. Well, he ain't got a choice and the big bangs out. Man circle around like an analog stick. Try get head top, but man I loved it. Die.
That's a different one. Man said like an analog
Down we
stick.
spin back round, bro fling that out, tryna lick man down. Heard he got a voice, better sit back down. Well, he ain't got a choice and the big bangs out. Man circle around like an analog stick. Try get head top, but man I loved it. Die, fam I lost it. Jump out, tell your brother don't slip. More racks on my age, more yaks on my case. Had to tell a bad one, leave me alone. Cause you don't contribute to my peas on the road. I told her it's me on my own. I look as I'm in a caliber bangs. If you chillin' at block, you're dead. I go mad on the
Is that also You Know the Vibes? Or was that... That was definitely one of the tracks that they dropped earlier this year too.
it's me on my own. I look as I'm in a caliber bangs. If you chillin' at block, you're dead. I go mad on a man if he hangs with a gang and he don't wanna slide or step. There's a word going round town, you'll stay in your house, don't hang in them ends. You ain't done jewels, just relax. If Bogo jumps out, then it's kill us. Wash your bells on the shot, you both separate. Both flew out the ride, tryna relegate. We ain't coming for a fight like MMA.
That's like the freaking OFB flow, son. He's done it. I'm pretty sure Bando's done it.
Ready, know the vibes. Few young boys got him holding nice, so they don't like me. I probably stole his wife.
Abs has done it.
I had the ting pointed, that is hat in the arm. Jakes gave me a heart attack, can't lie down dash. I went looking back.
And the thing where they put like the long delay in between the syllables and the bars.
Wash your bells on the shot, you both separate. Both flew out the ride, tryna relegate. We ain't coming for a fight like MMA. Free step on the gas, love accelerate. Your friend got left you devastated. Carbine and metal blades might be on 2 balls and pedal weight, so it was
And
back.
you know what I like about it? It's like it's kind of taking me. I actually just listened to Skepta's plugged in, right? So it's kind of taking me back to the grime days a little bit, right? In terms of like making references to your own bars and stuff like that. But even with how he's saying things that I haven't heard before, but because of the flow giving you that delay, you can almost piece together the context of what he's about to say next, just based off of what's the word that makes sense. That's the reason why I'm able to almost like parrot what he's saying without even having heard this before, because it just makes sense.
But the ride tryna relegate, we ain't coming for a fight like MMA. Free step on the gas, love accelerate. Your friend got left you devastated. Carbine and metal blades might be on 2 balls and pedal weight, so it was back and forth on several days. My broski said on my cycle the way I hopped out, wet that like Lido. Choppies, one in his me, I don't know. Had the drill on that iPhone. You never flew out the ride like 5-0.
Not gonna hold you though. I'm kind of just like listening to this beat, kind of feeling like when is it gonna finally drop, and I'm realizing it's probably never gonna actually drop. It's okay, but it's again, it's giving me what I've been saying for the past however long, this generic plugged in sound. And at this point, it's kind of starting to annoy me a little bit, if I'm just gonna be real. It's just like I feel like I've heard the same beat for the past however many months listening to plugged in. That's why there's certain ones that get me so much more excited, just because it just feels different. Just off rip, this one, it doesn't feel like anything I haven't already heard with regards to the beat. But with what Double L's is doing, he's dumping.
Chubby's one in his me, I don't know how they drill on that iPhone. You never flew out the ride like 5-0 live, or we gonna get back like Shiro. Trying all the teeth come big like Ryan.
We're gonna get back like Shiro. Go watch Shiro's story, son.
Cycle the way I hopped out, wet that like Lido. Chubby's one in his me, I don't know how they drill on that iPhone. You never flew out the ride like 5-0 live, or we gonna get back like Shiro. Trying all the teeth come big like Rhino. Skanking beats on the block like a side hoe. Watch your gang two-step like who's next, 2 sex. Spin this round like a roulette. Shotgun box, give a fuck by your 2 pence. Broski flew out and try leave a youth dead. I've been on it like 100 times, they told like 100 lies. If I hear there's a glide then I jump inside, bro, thump it twice, break Dunsi's life. Pedal back glass to the with Brucey. You got wet down like a coochie. Some rice sauce like the ones from movies. Juicy, I swear so. Ski flew out and try leave a youth dead. I've been on it like 100 times, they told like 100 lies. If I hear there's a glide then I jump inside, bro, thump it twice, break Dunsi's life. Pedal back glass to the with Brucey. You got wet down like a coochie. Some rice sauce like the ones from movies. Juicy, I swear so. Creep up quiet, we ain't shouting out who's he. Broad day duty, so don't move snoozy. Dookie flew out the hoopty bookie, tryna slap man with his cutie. I ran down, reverse up the ding dong right where they're chilling. I ran down, son, I ran down when he ran to the flats. I ran down, he really got that, should've got it like 3-4 times in his. You really caught life, man, it ain't just rap, I really bought guys. Pressing 9 3 times like Coolin' or Babylon, you're gonna see a man with his belly on. Hello.
Ooh, that flow. I'm not gonna hold you out, I hate that sensor sound, but I've just gotten used to it at this point. It's distinct, like you can't mistake it for anybody else's sensor. Which I guess in that regard it makes sense, because you know there's some people who have like their thing, like Zone 2, they kind of ran with the Sonic Coin thing, and then PRSAD had like the water drop thing, that's like his thing. Maybe other people have used those sounds before them, respectively, right, in terms of like the respective sounds I'm referring to, but they're the ones who I know those things for. I know plugged in for the coin flip, so at this point I'm just used to it, but I'm not a fan of it, but it is what it is.
I ran out, you really got that, should've got it like 3-4 times in this segment. You really caught life, man, it ain't just rap, I really bought guys. Pressing 9 3 times like Coolin' or Babylon, you're gonna see a man with his belly on. Hello talk, we just tell them carry on, bro, jumped out tryna bang it on. Rules on the block, could've called out my belt, why not? Ride out, shave man's high top. Why not? Switch man's lights off.
Fumez, the engineer.
Okay. Ellis put it like he has something to prove. Yeah, he put it like he has something to prove. Yeah, man, shout out to Fumez for getting these less familiar names on the platform for the beats. This time to switch it up, please. Just please. Or if you're a producer who you know you're making beats who plugged in, switch it up. That's all I ask of you, because you're all sounding the same at this point. I don't say that to violate, but I'm just getting bored, if I'm being 100% honest. So in this channel, we hold the vowels. That means we're getting straight into it, and Double L's wilded out on this one. He was bugging. I really want to know like who really pissed him off. I think Lee said that. I think Lee to the VI had tweeted that. Yo, who pissed Double L's off? And I want to know the answer too, because he pulled up like he has something to prove here. Really and truly, this kind of really did take me back to You Know the Vibes. I feel like You Know the Vibes is one of those tracks where it kind of put OFB back on certain people's radar. Like, we already know that they were good, but it's just like, whoa, like they just tapped into a whole other level. Like they went Super Saiyan 2. You feel me? Like, this is kind of taking me back to how the first time I heard Ispot with his like reinvented flow and everything. It's giving me that kind of energy. And if that's what Double L is about to start doing with his next couple drops, I want to hear what else he got coming for us. He really did his thing with the flows. He was dumping. I'm not even gonna hold you. There weren't any moments that I didn't like flow-wise. His flows here reminded me of what he's been giving us for this past couple months, really and truly for the past year. And it's like shows you that he has found this sound that's really ownable to him. And really and truly, there's this kind of thing that OFB as a general collective have. Like, it's almost becoming an OFB type flow, as I said earlier on. I don't know really how else to put it into any other words than that. And I think the other thing that really makes OFB stand out to me across the board as a whole collective is the way that they flow so seamlessly in and out of their flows. And that's what Els did here too. He didn't just stick with one thing and kind of ride it up the whole way through. He gave you tidbits of everything that we know that he can do and then some. And on top of that, he had some of those schemes that help amplify the flow too, like the Babylon, Ballion, like those little things. I'm gonna just start like returning to my English notes or something and try to find the exact like word to describe these kind of rhyme schemes. Like I help educate y'all while I re-educate myself, I guess. But I'm sure there's probably some kind of a word in poetry for the way that they do those kind of rhyme schemes. So if you happen to know, let me know in the comment section. Like I said, things like Ballion, Babylon, all of that, right? But nonetheless, he did a really good job with the flows. The beat, as I said, was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't exceptional. Like there weren't any points in time where the beat was what excited me. Sometimes some of my personal favorite tracks, one of the reasons why they're my favorite track is because the beat has a moment that just completely distracts me from whatever it is the artist is doing. This one just felt like it was there just for the sake of there being a beat, but everything about it was still put together very well. It still gave you what you can expect from Plugged In. It allowed him to do what he needed to do. It gave him enough space to flow in and out of his flows, like I said earlier, right? So it wasn't too complex that he had to stick with one flow, but it also wasn't too basic to the point where he also had to stick with one flow. You know what I mean? It had enough room for nuance, so I can give credit to that as well. But other than that, this was cool. It's not a super duper noteworthy Plugged In, but it's a noteworthy moment for Double L's career. So within like the scope of what Double L's has given us for the past couple years in his career, it's noteworthy. But within what Plugged In has given us for the past couple months, it isn't that noteworthy to me. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, and as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more of these coming for y'all, but until next time, peace.